the Aramaic and Palestinian Targum. We're reading Leviticus chapter 23. And the Lord spake with Moshe, saying, Speak with the sons of Israel, and say to them, The orders of the time of the festivals of the Lord, which you shall proclaim as holy convocations. These are the orders of the time of my festivals. 6 days shalt thou do work, and the 7th day shall be a Sabbath, and a rest, a holy convocation. No manner of work may you do. It is a Sabbath to the Lord in every place of your habitations. These are the times of the festivals of the Lord, holy convocations which you shall proclaim in their times. In the month of Nisan, on the 14th day of the month, between the suns, shall be the time of the sacrifice of the Passover to the name of the Lord. And on the 15th day of this month, the feast of unleavened cakes to the name of the Lord. 7 days ye shall eat unleavened bread. And on the 1st day of the feast, a holy convocation shall be to you. You shall do no work of labour, but offer the oblation to the name of the Lord for 7 days. And the 7th day of the feast shall be a holy convocation, and you shall do no work of labour. And the Lord spake with Moshe, saying, Speak with the sons of Israel, and say to them, When you have entered into the land which I give you, and you reap the harvest, you shall bring the sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. And he shall uplift the sheaf before the Lord to be acceptable for you. After the first festal day of Pascha, or the day after the feast day of Pascha, which is also Passover, on the day on which you elevate the sheaf, you shall make the sacrifice of a lamb of the year, unblemished, a burnt offering unto the name of the Lord, and its mincha, 2 tenths of flour mingled with olive oil, for an oblation to the name of the Lord, to be received with acceptance, and its liberation. Wine of grapes, the 4th of a hin. But neither bread nor parched corn of the ripe harvest, nor new ears may you eat until this day, until the time of your bringing the oblation of your God, an everlasting statute unto your generations in all your dwellings. And number to you after the 1st day of Passover, from the day when you brought the sheaf for the evelation, 7 weeks, complete they shall be. Until the day after the 7th week you shall number 50 days, and shall offer a mincha of the new bread unto the name of the Lord. From the place of your dwellings you are to bring the bread for the evelation, 2 cakes of 2 tenths of flour, which must be baked with leaven, and first fruits unto the name of the Lord. And with that bread you are to offer 7 lambs of the year, unblemished, and a young bullock without mixture of colour, the one for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the year for a sanctified oblation. And you shall make a sacrifice of a young goat without mixture, and 1 for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the year for a sanctified oblation. And the priest shall uplift them with the bread of the first fruits, and evelation before the Lord. With the 2 lambs, they shall be holy to the name of the Lord, and shall be for the priest. And you shall proclaim with life and strength that selfsame day, that at the time of that day there shall be to you a holy convocation, and you shall do no work of labour. It is an everlasting statute in all your dwellings for your generations. And when you reap the harvest of your ground, you shall not finish one corner that is in thy field at thy reaping, nor shalt thou gather the gleanings of the harvest, but leave them for the poor and the stranger. I am the Lord your God. And the Lord spoke with Moshe, saying, Speak with the children of Israel, saying, In Tishri, which is the 7th month, thou shalt be to you a festival of 7 days, a memorial of trumpets, a holy convocation. No work of labour may you do, but offer an oblation before the Lord, unto the name of the Lord. And the Lord spake with Moshe, saying, But on the 10th day of the 7th month is the day of atonement, a holy convocation shall it be to you, and ye shall humble your souls, abstaining from food, and from drink, and from the use of the bath, and from atoning, and the use of the bed, and from sandals. And you shall offer an oblation before the Lord, and do no work on this same day. For it is the day of atonement, to make atonement for you before the Lord your God. For every man who eateth in the fast, and will not fast the same day, shall be cut off by death from among his people. Jerusalem. For every soul who hideth himself from fasting, and fasts not on the day of the fast of his atonement, every man who doeth any work on that same day, that man will I destroy with death from among his people. No work of labour may you do, an everlasting statute for your generations in all your dwellings. It is a Sabbath, and time of leisure for you to humble your souls. And you shall begin to fast at the 9th day of the month at eventime. From that evening until the next evening shall you fast your fast, and repose in your quietude, that you may employ the time of your festivals with joy. Jerusalem, from evening to evening you shall fast your fast, and repose in your quietude, that you may employ the time of your festivals with joy. And the Lord spake with Moshe, saying, Speak with the sons of Israel. And the 15th day of this 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles, 7 days unto the name of the Lord. On the first day of the feast is a holy convocation, so no work of labour may you do. 7 days you shall offer an oblation to the Lord in the name of the Lord. You shall gather together to pray before the Lord for rain. No work of labour may you do. These are the times of the order of the Lord's festivals, which you are to convocate for the holy convocations, to offer an oblation to the name of the Lord, a burnt sacrifice and a mincha, sanctified offerings and liberations, the rite of the day in its day, beside the days of the Lord's Sabbaths, beside your gifts, and beside your vows, and beside your free will offering, which you bring before the Lord. But on the 15th of the 7th month, at the time when you collect the produce of the ground, you shall solemnize a festival of the Lord for 7 days. On the first day, rest, and on the 8th day, rest. And of your own shall you take on the first day of the feast the fruits of praiseworthy trees, and citrons, and lulabins, and myrtles, and willows that grow by the brooks. And you shall rejoice before the Lord your God for 7 days. And you shall solemnize it before the Lord 7 days in the year, by the everlasting statute in your generations. You shall observe it in the 7th month. And tabernacles of 2 sides according to their rule, and a third a handbreadth higher, that its shaded part may be greater than that into which cometh the sunshine, to be made for a bower or for shade for the feast, from different kinds of materials which spring from the earth and are uprooted. In measure 7 palms, but the height therein 10 palms. In it you shall sit for 7 days. The males in Israel and children who need not their mothers shall sit in the tabernacles, blessing their Creator whenever they enter hereinto, that their generations may know how, under the shadow of the cloud of glory, I made the sons of Israel to dwell at the time that I brought them out, redeemed from the land of Mizraim. And Moshe declared the time of the orders of the Lord's festivals and taught them to the sons of Israel. Holy be his name.